Hi everyone, it's Ronita Baird, PEI Medium, and welcome to Angel Talk Thursday. Yay, it's Thursday again, my favorite night of the week when I get to connect with so many of you. And welcome if you're tuning in for the first time. I'm Ronita Baird, PEI Medium. I am a psychic medium, which means that I connect with people's loved ones on the other side and give messages. I'm also an holistic healer, and I'm also an angel therapist, which means that I connect with people's guardian angels and bring peace and harmony to people's lives by sitting with them and bringing them angelic guidance. So first up, I want to recommend a book. If you're wanting to know more about angels and to discover a little bit more about what it is that I do, I read a book and I want to highly recommend it to you, and it's called Angels in My Hair by Ronita Baird, B-Y-R-N-E. Lorna is an Irish mystic who has been seeing angels since the time she was a little girl, and Angels in My Hair is her autobiography, and it's a phenomenal read, and it's really interesting just to see and hear her perspective on angels and working with angels. So I highly recommend it. Angels in My Hair by Ronita Baird. So welcome everyone. So the first thing I'm going to talk to you about is I always start with a message for everybody, and I'll pull a card for everybody too. Tonight's Angel Talk is about messages, questions, and connecting with your loved ones on the other side. So the rule of thumb is, if you want a message from a deceased person, I want the first name and the relationship to you. For example, Tom, father; Carol, sister. Okay? If you're looking for a question that needs answering by the angels, I highly recommend that you make it as specific as possible, and that way we can give you some specific information. If it gets a little bit too personal, I'm just going to redirect you to booking a private one-to-one session, which I do weekly. I see people in my home office one-to-one on a weekly basis, but I also have clients across North America and worldwide actually, and we usually connect just like we're connecting right now, and I use Zoom video calling for that, and it works really well. We always do a little bit of jigging around the time differences, and we always make it work for people. So the first thing I need to talk to you about is the solstice and the full moon that we just experienced. So how many of you had a rough week? Raise your hands if you had a rough week. Raise your hands if you had a rough weekend. Raise your hands if you had a really emotional release in the past 5 days. So many people. So if you fell into that category, you're not alone. You did not experience that just out of the blue. It didn't come out of the blue. It was a combination of the change of the fall, coming into the fall solstice, and the harvest full moon this past week. So the harvest full moon was Tuesday evening, and the fall solstice began on the Friday before that, and it's just a period of time where it amplifies everything, and the energy that is the most dominant and prominent is release, 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 release. So if you we're hanging on to any emotions, whether you knew it or not, how deep down they were, they're meant to come out. So if you were angry, if you were upset, if you were hurt, it was meant to come out, because you cannot push those emotions down for any length of time in your life and not have them seep up. You're not supposed to be this tightly wound mason jar with your lid on really tight. When it comes to emotions, we need to learn how to process them and release them healthfully. And if you're not doing that on a regular basis, then you're going to have an explosion at solstice and full moon times. So be aware of that. You need to learn how to regulate your emotions and keep releasing on a regular basis. Okay, so I'm going to pull a card for everybody to start off, and I'm being guided to use the daily guidance with your angels oracle card deck for everyone. So let's see what the angels want to say. Last week's message was about decluttering. How did you do with that? Don't hide behind a curtain now. Make sure you're honest with yourself. Did you do a little decluttering every day? Well, if you didn't, just get at it this week, because hanging on to clutter hangs on to energetic junk. Energetic junk. You don't deserve that or need that in your life, for sure. Okay, so the message for everybody this week is listen. Listen to your angels. Quiet the mind, beloved one, and listen to our gentle reassurance that everything has been taken care of. Stay in a quiet and receptive state without worrying about the exact nature of your desire's manifestation. A quiet mind and body hears us quickly and clearly. This is our request to you. Listen. For a lot of people, they think that listening means they're going to hear their angels outside of their head talking to them. That's not so. Sometimes your angels will connect with your inner voice. Everybody talks to themselves in their head. And sometimes the angels connect with that energy stream, that thought stream, and they will place positive thought, words, and ideas in that inner voice of ours. That's one way the angels talk to you. Another way is they talk to the people in your life. So if you hear 3 people say the same thing in a 24 to 48 hour period to you, that's your angels. They're working through the people in your life to get through to you. Another way they're going to talk to you is through song. So if you're getting in the radio and you're turning on your radio and you hear somebody say something and then you hear that same phrase repeated again and again, that's a sign. Usually you're going to get it 3 times because they're determined that when it's really important and really for your highest and best good to receive a message from them, it will usually come at you 3 times, sometimes in 3 different ways. So remember the top 3, that inner voice, through other people, through song or words or phrases that are repeated again and again and again. So pay attention to that this coming week, these 7 days, and see how many angel messages you get to let you know that you're on path and that things are going to be okay for you. Okay, so let's get to pulling in, giving some messages for people and pulling cards and so on. So just because you're commenting doesn't necessarily mean that you're going to get a message tonight, and that's just the way it is. The way the feed works, it just kind of flips and flops all over, and I have no control over that whatsoever. If you're meant to get a message tonight, you're going to get a message tonight. If you don't get a message, make an appointment with me. I see clients one-to-one on a regular basis, and it can be either in person, telephone, or like we're doing it right now, video conferencing. Okay, so we're going to start with Diane Elizabeth. Hello, Diane Elizabeth. I'm going to pull a card for you. So I'm being guided to pull the magical messages from the Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle card deck. And the reason why I'm going to that deck is that when I connect with your energy, I feel a lot of the element of water in you. And what that means is that you're highly sensitive in nature. You can be sensitive in a multitude of ways. Sometimes it's just that you're it's kind of like the old-fashioned phrase, you wear your heart on your sleeve and you're always looking out for other people. Sometimes it can be you're highly sensitive in nature in that you have a low tolerance for pain. So everything that touches you, you feel it. But with you, I really feel that it's emotional connectivity with the world. So when anything's happening around the world, you feel it. Like this charges you. It connects you in some way, shape, or form. So I wouldn't be surprised if you have a lot of sleep disturbance and that you cry a lot of tears for the world as well. So just be aware of that. If this is your first time connecting with me, go to my website, RonitaBairdPEI.com, and under Ronita's blog, there is a blog called Energy and the Highly Sensitive Person, and you need to read that. So this is what this card deck looks like. It's the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins. It's all about manifestation and making our wishes and dreams come true, but it also has a lot of water energy in it, which is really fun for someone as water-like as you are. So let's see what the angels want to say to you tonight. Contemplation time. This card always comes up when you've been thinking about making shifts and changes. In other words, there's a decision that has to be made. The first thing I'm getting to tell you is that you need to take more time making this decision. You don't have to. You, in your mind and in your thoughts, or perhaps in the world around you, people are saying that you have to make this decision at such and such a time. No, the angels are saying, no, 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 no. Stop that right now. You do not have to make this decision right now. You can take your time, wait and see how you feel in 6 months, 9 months, 12 months. Wait, because now is not the time for you to be making a huge decision, okay? It's just that it's not that the angels haven't heard your prayers or know what it is that you want and that you need. It's just that everything synchronistically has to be lined up in such a way so that it can happen for your highest and best. It'll be smooth and easy sailing for you. There's no sense in trying to rush things to happen. It's like trying to get a woman to go into labor and deliver the baby before it's really time. It's like tough, hard going and really hard labor, as opposed to waiting until the baby is ready and then out she comes, okay? So contemplation time, spend time alone, meditating upon what you truly desire. So while you're thinking about making this decision, contemplate and think about what it is that you really want. So at the end of the decision, what is it that you want the most? Do you want peace? Do you want happiness? Do you want security? Do you want to be surrounded by family and friends? Be as specific as possible with your thoughts and allow the angels to hear it, and then they will get to work right away and help you to achieve success. And I'll leave you with that. Excuse me. Carrie Edwards, hello from Ontario. Hi, Carrie. Let's see if we get a message for you tonight. So I'm being guided to go to the Saints and Angels Oracle card deck. So I've got all my card decks piled over here, and I'm just going to reach over here and see if I can find Saints and Angels. Oh, it's on the bottom of my pile. Ta-da! Here it is. Okay, so the Saints and Angels Oracle card deck. So I wonder what they're going to be saying to you tonight, Carrie. Let's see here. There it is. That was fast. Oh, I love this card. Optimism. Optimism. Don't stop trying. Keep your thoughts positive. Keep your words positive. Stand in an energy like what it is that you want is already here. You've already achieved it. So when this card comes forward, usually we've been struggling with our own thoughts. And we all tend to do this because we're all human. We're all human, and we all tend to kind of go, oh, I can't do this unless. The angels had a big conversation with me this morning when I was doing my morning meditation. And they said, well, Ronita, you need to stop going into the negative, because you keep saying, okay, I will be happy when, or I need this, or this will happen when. And they're like, you have to shift your thoughts into the positive. So you have to talk like you've already achieved it. You have to talk like everything has been synchronistically placed in place as a really strong foundation for your next move in life. And this is what this card is saying to you. Optimism will be your key component to achieving what it is that you desire and the goals that you've set for yourself. So keep those thoughts, words, and all of your actions positive. Optimism, optimism, optimism. Okay? I'll leave you with that. Let's see who's next here. Sharon Carmichael. Hi, Sharon. So let's pull a card for you. So again, I welcome everybody here tonight. Tonight is all about messages. So you can ask me a question. So you can ask the angels a question. Well, essentially, you won't be asking me because I can't help you with too much. I'm not a Dear Abby, that's for sure. But I'm your connection to a higher power, your guardian angels. And if you have a question, a specific question, make it as specific as possible. I'll make a statement of intention right now that the angels help you form your question as specific as possible to get the most specific answer for you. We can also pull cards, just as I'm about to do right now for Sharon Carmichael. And we can also get you a message from a loved one on the other side. And if that is the case, I want the first name in the relationship to use. So here's an example. Tom, father. Okay? All right, let's see here, Sharon, what the angels want to say for you. So I'm, again, using the Saints and Angels Oracle card deck for you. So I'm asking for your highest and best, what message do you have for Sharon tonight? And those of you that are learning how to use these decks, and I did a Angel Talk Thursday on that a few weeks ago, I certainly hope that you're pulling cards for yourself and that you're practicing, because practicing makes perfect. The more you handle this, the more you use it, the better and stronger your energy connects with it, and then the stronger the messages begin to come for you. Okay, oh my goodness. Look at this. I just finished saying that, didn't I? Isn't that funny? Okay, practice makes perfect, Sharon. All right, oh, I love, 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 love. Look at the beautiful harp. One of my most favorite instruments is listening to the music of a harp. There's something angelic about it. But practice makes perfect. And what I hear is, I hear that music is really important to you as well. Because I'm just being guided to say to you, you know what? It just feels like you haven't been doing enough of it. So whether it's singing, or whether it's playing, or whether it's just listening to music, start listening to it, playing, singing, and practice makes perfect. So you have to keep doing it continuously. And I feel like for you specifically, connecting with music is a powerful tool to keep your thoughts, words, and actions positive. In other words, going back to that optimism, a card that was just pulled before you, I feel that's really important for you right now. You need to stay in the positive, and music is going to benefit you in order to keep you on the positive. So get that music going, get yourself singing, get yourself dancing, get yourself moving, and the more you do that, the energy will begin to flow faster and easier, and you'll have that stronger ability to stay positive and achieve your goals in life. Okay? I'll leave you with that. Okay, Allie Campbell. Hello, Allie. Let's pull a card for you. So again, with you, Allie, I'm feeling a water energy. So water is one of the elements that I feel with people, and people that are really super sensitive. You guys, water people, you cry tears for the world. You guys are the ones who stand up for animals. You're environmentalists. And as well, you wear your heart on your sleeve a lot of the time. And as such, you connect with the energy of things that are happening around the earth, and especially around community too. So you often get brokenhearted very, very easily, and words often offend. And you find yourself just in that state of, and almost wanting to pull away from relationships too, the angels are saying, because you're so sensitive. So the thing that you need to realize and recognize is that, well, number one, whose energy are you picking up on? So if you're going to be feeling like you need to be pulling away from someone, that's a fear energy, isn't it? So you need to ask yourself the next time you feel like you're pulling away from a relationship, whose fear am I feeling? Is it my own? Or is it my highly sensitive water self connecting with all of the fear for everybody else that's out there in relationships that are really trying their best to make that connection with a loved one, right? You want to make sure that if you're feeling fear, it's only yours and nobody else's, right? So, and I feel that this is important to you because I feel like we need to talk to you about our relationship, and I feel like we need to talk about you pulling away and feeling fearful in that relationship, all right? So let's see what the angels want to say in regards to, so again, mermaids and dolphins for you water people. And this card deck is all about manifesting your goals and your dreams. Whoa. Dream big. Oh, we have a little angel with her head resting on the rock and sitting in the shallow part of the water, and she's just kind of like, and the moonlight is just kind of glowing around her. It's a really beautiful picture. Let me show you. See that? I just love some of the artistic, the artistry on some of these cards. They're just so pretty. And they speak volumes too, right? So it says, let go of small thoughts about yourself and see yourself succeeding. So the angels are telling me to say to you, so this is, again, it's in regards to a relationship. So this is a partner relationship, okay? Like a relationship of the heart, right? So this fear and this pulling back, it's because you perceive yourself not to be worthy in some way, shape, or form. So what the card is saying is see yourself succeeding. In other words, see yourself as happy and fulfilled and most of all deserving and worthy of a relationship that is equally respectful in nature, equally loving in nature, and equally supportive in nature. And if you don't have that, you better get the hell out of there really quickly and work on self. And then develop that strength and that knowledge and that worthiness within yourself. And then you will draw to you that perfect partner where you're equally respected, equally loved, and equally honored and supported. Got it? Okay, good girl. All right, let's see. Okay, we have got, okay, Angela Malloy, Reed Ryan, that's a long name. Sophia, grandmother. Okay, so as I connect with the energy of your grandmother, I feel her coming in through mom's side of the family, okay? I could be wrong on that, and it depends on if you're right-handed or left-handed too. But I really feel this strong, loving, and boy, does she live up to the name Sophia, because when you see the name Sophia, it's just this almost regal-like lady. She's, and very, very ladylike, okay? I see her coming forward, and I'm to wish a happy anniversary to someone that I left behind, she says. I feel that there's a male image that's with her, and I feel like this is a grandfather that is with her, or a father figure that is with her, okay? And I feel that, okay, she's showing me the birthday candle, so I need to say a happy birthday to someone, and she tells me that's to come, okay? I also need to make mention of the month of August as being really important around Sophia, and it's very important to her that I say that month, okay? The month of August, and even into September, she says, is very important. I feel like she loves the fall. I feel like she visually loves the colors of the trees when they change color. That was one of the things that was just a highlight of what she loved about the fall. I really feel like October, like September, October were like some of her favorite months of the year because of the color change and the shift. Because I didn't like the heat, she says. Oh boy, she didn't like the heat. She tells me that she brings me back to the olden days where we had the wood stoves and we were stogging them in the summertime because we were baking and doing this and that and the other. And she's like, I never liked the heat. She always liked to see the fall come again. Although she says coming on the end of her life, she says that in the fall, the dampness would really bother her bones and she'd have a lot of aches and pains, she says. She tells me to tell you that you have turned into the most beautiful lady and she's so proud of you. She's blowing kisses to the family, you and mom and dad. She's blowing kisses to them, and she says that she couldn't be more prouder of the family that she brought into this world. She says every single one of them have made something of themselves, and she says they've worked through the trials and tribulations of their lives, and she says they get that from me. Because she was she tells me that she was a very strong lady and very, very strong-willed as well, okay? She says, she shows me like this, she holds her hands like this, and she shows me a white dove in her hand. And that is the amount of peace that she feels. She says, when you see the doves, feel the peace that I feel when I'm on the other side. And know that I'm always listening to you and I'm always with you. and she gives you the last key. Okay? So I'll leave you with that. Okay. Let's see. Okay. Kara Grant Cat Roots. Let's pull a card for you, Kara. So I'm being guided to use a card deck that I don't use a lot, but it's this one here, and I really like this one. I love it because of the color. Like the turquoisey reminds me a lot of the color of water, and I really like that. So it's messages from your Angels Oracle card deck. So because you haven't asked a specific question, I'm going to say for you, make a statement of intention that you get the best message for you tonight, okay? So, and I'll show you how I do this. Those of you, again, that are learning how to work with the cards, just so that you can watch me work with the cards. And you develop different ways, and every now and then you'll shift and change the way. Essentially, these cards are idiot-proof. And I say that to people. I know that sounds funny, and I'm not trying to be cruel in any way, shape, or form, but they are. They're based on the law of attraction, and there's not too much that you can do to shift or change the law of attraction. It is what it is. And when I shuffle them, usually a card will be further out, and that's the one I go for. So this is the one that's meant for Kara. Oh, nice, 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 nice. Shanti is the card. This is a beautiful card, and I just love the colors of this deck. Remember I said, like, this is so beautiful. It's like this beautiful peach color. I am the angel of peace. I bring you new tranquility and a smoother road ahead. This card is an affirmation that things are going to be smoother ahead for you, my dear. That life is getting gentler and easier. And I'm going to say a statement because I'm being guided to say, may the road ahead be very smooth and gentle for you, full of peace. May all of your lessons be gentle and easy. So in other words, angels, take it easy on her from here on in. Very, very gentle soul. Again, I feel the energy of water around you. So just be aware of that. So I'll show you this one more time. But isn't that beautiful? So, so pretty. Such a pretty card. See daisies. Rachel Cannon, hi Ronita, hope all is well, would love a card. Awesome, I will pull a card for you. Okay, so I feel like something is happening and stirring energetically in your life, Rachel. I feel like there's going to be some moves and changes and shifts pretty soon for you. So I'm being guided to use the Magical Mermaids and Dolphins Oracle card deck for that. So let's see what the angels want to say to you tonight. Ooh, that was that. Oh my goodness. You have to love this because if the angels start chattering in my head and then the same card pops out with the same words. So I will say this again, Rachel. So when I connected with your energy at first, I felt like things are shifting and changing, like there's a move happening. And here you go. Ready, set, go. There's your card. The message is now is the perfect moment to dive in and embrace your heart's desire. So remember what we talked about earlier, because I pulled a card for a lady earlier about her having to take more time, that there was no time constraints on when she was to make her decision, okay? But this card is saying the complete opposite. It's like, get at this, girl. So whatever you have been contemplating in your head, whatever change or shift you've been looking for or working towards, the timing is right to get at it right now. Have you been thinking about going back to the gym? Because I almost feel like we're pushing you out the door. And if I say that, that means that the angels have been chattering and talking to you. So the thoughts have already probably been going through your mind about, oh, maybe I need to get out and go for a walk, or maybe I need to go join the gym, or maybe somebody's been saying, hey, Rachel, come on, do you want to go out and do this, that, and the other with us? So that's a sign. This is a sign. Out. Get going, okay? All right, and I will leave you with that. I'll be surprised to find, you'll have to email me and let me know what that is. That'll be interesting. Okay. All right, Alice Burbine, I need my angels to help me sleep. Yeah, So, Alice, did you hear me talk about the energy this week? And you were expecting to sleep through that? No, 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 no. So not too many people sleep through the shift and change of that fall solstice, and then 3 or 4 days later, that harvest full moon. It's like energetically, and it just eats you up inside. And just sometimes there's not a whole heck of a lot that we can do to try to find some peace and get some sleep during that time frame, okay? So you were not alone, my dear. I'm trying to shift this so that this actually, anyway, this thing is, anyway, I'll just have to leave it like it is. So when it comes to sleep, Alice, some things that you can do that will help you to cope is, number one, you need to make sure that you're hydrated. Your body can't relax at night if you don't have enough liquid in it. Your body is like, what, 90% water or something. And if you're dehydrating your body on a daily basis for weeks, months, or whatever, and you expect to sleep at night, it's not going to happen, my dear. You need to have enough water. So you need to make sure, and if you haven't been drinking a lot of water, it's going to take your body, 2 or 3 days to get that water level back up. Something that will also help on top of the water is increasing your electrolytes. So having a Gatorade or a G2 or Pedialyte, whatever is palatable for you in an electrolyte drink, that will really be beneficial. And make sure you have that in the morning before noontime, okay? Another thing that you need to look at is coming on through the evening meal. So at the meal, like at your supper time, your 5 o'clock meal time, you need to make sure that you're having a grounding meal. Now, what grounding means, if you are grounded energetically, you sleep better, you're not cloudy in your thoughts, you're not as forgetful in your thoughts, and you feel more peaceful within your emotions. And if you're ungrounded, you tend to bump into things, and you're just kind of scatterbrainy. It happens to all of us. But what you need to do is you need to make sure that your supper meal is a grounding meal. So that means vegetables from the ground and some red meat. And some people don't eat a lot of red meat. That's okay. But make sure, if you don't eat your red meat, then make sure that you just multiply those ground vegetables. And starch will help you. So I say to people, potatoes. Well, potatoes get an awful rap these days. But if you get a nice potato, like a red, blue, or yellow potato, and you have it with your supper time meal, it's actually very grounding to you highly sensitive people. And it will actually help you settle through the evening. And then, of course, there's my favorite, the sea salt bath. Now, you must have sea salt, not Epsom salt, and you put your 2 cups of sea salt in a bathtub of water, and you soak, and you even duck your head, okay? And then you make sure that you rinse it off. And the last thing I would recommend is some lavender essential oil, and I would rub it just right in here and right in here. And I would also take a Kleenex and fold it up a few times and put 4 to 5 drops in the Kleenex and set it on the nightstand where I sleep at night. Now, the thing is that you have to try to reprogram your body to get a good night's sleep. And Alice, if you want, there's one more thing, but I'm going to send you a little note afterwards about it, okay? But you may want to look at a one-to-one session to help to bring some healing and peace to your spirit and your emotional body, so that you can get that respite with the physical body and get a really good night's sleep, okay? All right, so I'll leave. Let's pull a card for you as well while I have you here, all right? So again, I'm using the messages from the angel. There it is. Here we go. Here's the water sensitive person, because look, the angel you got's named Oceana. So that means you're highly sensitive to energy and to all sorts of things that's going on because you're very water, permeating with the element of water. So take action. You're in touch with your truth in this situation, and you need to trust your gut and lovingly assert yourself. So take action means follow the guidance of the angels. You're in touch with your truth in this situation because a part of you already knows what it is that's truly holding you back with your sleep. And you need to trust your gut. That means you trust your intuition and just do it. So you're reprogramming your spirit, your emotions, and your physical body in such a way so that you're reteaching it to sleep at night, okay? I really think that there's some suppressed emotions there that really need to be released. So if you had a rough 3 or 4 nights, it's that whole mason jar thing, and all your emotions from all the years stored in that mason jar with the lid on really tight. Doesn't work for people, okay? We have to learn how to let the emotions and go on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, so that they don't get all scrunched in and then released on a full moon solstice type of energy, okay? All right. There's to you for a good night's sleep tonight. I'll say some extra prayers and send some angels to you. Okay, let's see who else is with us tonight. Tanya Fraser LeClaire would love to have a card, please. Of course I will pull a card for you. So I'm being guided to use the daily guidance with the Angels Oracle card deck for you. So let me see. Tanya. Tanya, you feel really tired energetically. Are you a busy mom? It feels like you haven't had a break in a long time. You really should try to do something really special for yourself in the next few days, whether it's get up a half hour early before everybody else and just, sit in peace with the sunrise and have a cup of coffee all by yourself, or whether it's just to and going to the bathroom, closing the door and, in there for 5 minutes, that doesn't count, the angels say. So you are one busy, busy lady. Okay, opportunity to forgive. This situation brings you the opportunity to heal, to grow, and to release negative patterns. Hold the intention of seeing the other person's inner divine light and goodness. We will help you release unforgiving thoughts, feelings, and energies and lift you to a higher place of peace and compassion. Whenever I feel unforgiveness towards a situation or towards a person, I sit with the angels every day and I say the following. I release that part of me that is hanging on to anger, unforgiveness, hurt, whatever emotion you feel it in. And I see that energy like a big ball of white light leave my heart center, and I just take it and I put it in the hands of my guardian angel. And I see them take that up, and away, and just dissipate into the air. And in exchange, then I say, and in exchange, I accept divine peace in my heart, mind, body, and soul. We need to recognize and understand that every single situation that arises in our life that challenges us in such a way that we hang on to unforgiveness, those are opportunities to learn and grow ourselves. It's never about the other person. It is never about the other person, and it is always about how we can learn and grow. What have I learned in this situation? Okay? And I'm not talking out of my hat, because I've had lots of experiences where where I've been brought to learn and grow about myself. I've had lots of situations where I've held on to unforgiveness up to a certain amount of time. But what the angels told me is they sit me down and they're like, you can't hang on to this because this isn't serving you. Hanging on to unforgiveness is like hanging on to an ugly old energy that sits right in the core of your heart, and it just kind of seeps out your pores and into all of your relationships, including your relationships with your family and your children. And that you don't want that for yourself, and you don't want that for anybody else. So forgiveness is the biggest gift that you can give yourself in this world. It doesn't mean that you're saying that what anybody else did was right or wrong. I mean, because right or wrong, it is one or the other. There's no denying that, right? But the big message is that you don't have to hang on to an ugly old energy that sits in the core of your being any longer, because you've done nothing wrong. You're only responsible for what you've said and done in this world, and you're not responsible for what anybody else has said and done in the world. So you just let them go off on their own little way, doing their own little thing, and running into their own little bit of karma. But you deserve peace, right? And you want to bring that into everything that you do, every single moment of the day, and you want to bring peace into your relationship with your children and your family, right? So if that's the case, then you've got this prayer, and you just rewind this, because after this video is over, then you can go back and you can rewind it and listen to it again and again. And that goes for anybody else out there that is hanging on to this ugly old unforgiveness energy. You don't deserve it. You don't deserve to hang on to that energy, nor do you deserve to get sick because of it. Because a lot of times that's what will happen to people, is they will get sick because they're hanging on to this deep, old, ugly energy deep down in their guts. And that's usually where you get sick first, the gut, and then it goes up into the heart. You don't want that, and nor do you deserve that. So listen to that prayer about releasing unforgiveness, okay? All right. Let me see here. Debbie, much I feel a strong presence. Okay, all right. So the first thing that I get is an angel around you. And I feel the angel wanting to come really close to you and just wrap their arms around you and lift you up and give you courage and give you strength and bring you physical healing as well, because I feel like there's a lot of, I'm seeing some darkness in your heart center, and what that means is hurts and angers, okay? So let's see what Archangel Michael has to say about that, because I feel Archangel Michael wants to talk to you, give you a message about that. So Archangel Michael is the leader of the archangels, and archangels are much more powerful and prominent than the guardian angels. Archangels are omnipresent and can work with many people at the same time. Archangel Michael is a protector angel. Archangel Michael helps us to get on with our life path and our life journey. And Archangel Michael lends us self-confidence and pulls away fears that we may have in life. Okay, so here's your message from Archangel Michael. You're on the right path. And the prayer is, Archangel Michael, I call upon you now. Thank you for giving me loud and clear guidance that I easily understand. So I'm feeling a little bit of confusion with you, with your thoughts in regards to receiving guidance from the angels. So I'm going to say a prayer of intent for you, that the signs, first of all, that the signs come clearly and recognizably, so that you can quickly and easily recognize and understand them. And I'm asking your angels to work with you to open your eyes so that you may see, your ears so that you may hear, your heart so that you may feel, and your mind so that you may truly know and recognize that these are signs of divine guidance. If you're not sure what what signs are, go over to my webpage, RonitaBairdPEI.com, and go under Ronita's blog. And there's Heavenly Signs. One of the blogs is Heavenly Signs and how heaven speaks to us, okay? So thank you for giving me loud and clear guidance that I easily understand. Thank you for motivating me and filling me with the courage and confidence to make helpful life changes. I feel like there's a lot that you tend to hold yourself back a lot with your thoughts. So remember I said, and maybe you weren't watching earlier, but I was talking about how the angels sat me down this morning during meditation time, and they were like, you know, Ronita, you have to stop this. I can do this when, or I'll be able to do this when. They were saying, you have to stop that. Like, that's a complaining thought. So the angels were saying, watch your thoughts. Clear them out. Ask Archangel Michael to pull away any lower vibrational thoughts or fears that you may be having and replace them with high vibrational thoughts so that you may truly feel at peace every day and just make that connection with your angels so that you can step into tomorrow with so much love and so much joy and so much light. If you haven't done any reading on angels, I suggest reading Doreen Virtue's book, The Light Worker's Way. It's an excellent, excellent, excellent book as for anyone that's just learning about intuition. Another one that I highly recommend is Sonia Choquette. Oops, I have to plug my computer in here or I'm going to lose you guys. There I am. Okay, so Sonia Choquette, Trust Your Vibes. It's a super easy read, and it really breaks down how simple intuition really, really is. Because what the angels want you to work on is your intuition, so that you can start to really see some signs and really connect with your angel in a powerful way that will just light your life right up. So I look at the clock and I see that we've come to a close. If you are interested in learning how to connect with angels and you are willing to drive to Slemon Park on November 3rd and 4th, I am going to be teaching Angel Communication Level 1 and 2 in Slemon Park. And I'm going to be keeping the class very small, capped to 8, and it is half full right now. If you're seriously thinking about taking it, look into it, and don't be disappointed. Get your registration into me right away. You can email me at ronita@ronitabairdpei.com. So have a wonderful week, everyone. So great connecting with you, and I really, really hope that these messages bring you a lot of joy and light and love for a powerful week ahead. Goodbye.